Okay, so what do we do today and what do we need to work on? Jeremy? Say it again. I forgot.
We need to work on doing our spelling better, but like our blog better maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, our
Like,
spelling
in
too.
class, like if we have like more school-wide lessons, we need to work on like getting them more detailed. And,
Let's
Shreya?
use our class time more wisely.
yeah.
Like for how?
Well, spelling is one of them. When we have like opportunities to do things that we have to finish and like write that day, we have to be serious about it and we have to like finish it.
Yeah. Okay. Addie?
We did really good in the halls today. Like Mrs. Keel actually came in and told
Yeah,
us
that we did a good job.
Did she say specifically what you did well?
No,
She just said that
we were really quiet.
Yeah.
We were pretty good. There was almost no talking. Just whispers.
Okay. Anything else?
You guys actually get a degree for every teacher that comes and gives us a compliment that you didn't ask for the compliment, so it's a free degree that goes with whatever we evaluate.
Okay, Shreya?
One more thing. When we're in the hallways, like only whisper if you're actually talking. Don't go like if you're not actually saying something to someone.
Okay, so I think that our goal should be use class time more wisely. Use class time more
So
wisely.
what was our goal today then?
It was focused on what has to be done.
So what did that mean?
Yeah.
Because I wasn't here when you set that goal on Friday, but isn't today's goal almost the same as Friday's goal?
Basically.
And didn't we possibly...
Maybe try and get caught up on everything, and that means like spelling.
Yes, like, stay caught up.
Yeah, stay caught up.
So try and say
Oh,
no try.
Do or do not.
Get caught up and stay caught up?
yeah, that's a good one. Get caught up and stay caught up. On spelling. Okay, let's start on our checklist. Okay, so our checklist. How do we do today? We're being immediately quiet when a give me five is called. Our students doing give me five enough, positive or negative?
Wait, what was the question?
We're going to be negative five. Shreya?
Did we even do them like much to be five so today?
So that would be bad, so.
So one of the questions there is, are we doing enough?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the point of student point.
So add,
And also, Andrew had to be five. I think that no one even. I didn't even.
Yeah, like I had
Yeah.
to remind him, like nobody was shutting down their computers.
Yeah, but I think that we are pretty good of like doing it when we think that it's time. But now I think instead of like saying we have 2 more minutes, just do it so that it doesn't cause.
Yeah, no more politely disagreeing. It's just.
Yeah, I think we should just do
yeah,
it.
so -2 or -4?
2.
Wait,
4?
You guys understand your choices. It's not worth 1 or 2, it's worth 2 or 4.
Okay.
Okay.
But the positives are only 1 and 2 because this is something that's really hurting us. So if we keep getting worse at it, it's going to be worth 3 and 6 negative, and then -4 and -8, -5 and -10. It's going to keep growing until we get better at it. Okay?
Okay.
The people from the library haven't even come up yet.
Maybe because we're missing some
Yeah, we have.
kiddos. Thank you.
Aiden
Some math.
doesn't go to the library.
Okay. How are we in the hallways? On the right, whispers, hands, self, etc. Positive or negative?
Positive.
Positive 1 or 2?
1.
Do we say thank you to the adults who took care of us, specials, teachers, parents, etc. Positive or negative?
Wait, do we? We didn't have special
said thank
members.
you to
We had the
Mrs.
assembly instead of gym.
We said Mrs. Sizer. Give me 5, give me 5. Give me 5, give me 5. Okay, so we said thank you to Mrs. Sizer, didn't we?
Yeah, we said like
Thank
Paris.
you to Bridget's dad.
So plus 1 or 2?
Unless you're
1.
Yeah. Okay, how was your behavior less special? PE, music, art, LMC, etc. Positive or negative?
Negative. No, music.
We didn't have gym, so it would have been music on Thursday.
And we were always pretty bad at music. There's always.
If you already evaluated, just cross it off, okay? If you did it Friday, so, you said you were in trouble for about Thursday. Don't do it to yourself twice.
Okay. We remembered old goals and learned from them by not repeating them today. Positive or negative?
Negative.
Negative 1 or 2? 2. Did all of us respond to Mr. Solis whenever he asked the class a question? Positive or negative?
Positive.
Mr. Solis, did you ask any questions today?
I don't remember. It's hard for me to remember. No, not really.
I thought that we did pretty
There
good.
wasn't a yes and no. Oh yeah, there was, and like I think half of us answered on the first try, and then all of us answered on the second try.
So,
positive 1.
yeah, let's go.
I wouldn't say
Okay.
that's bad.
Do we log out of everything, tuck in wires, move everything to the desktop folder, and shut down computers when we're done? Positive or negative?
Positive. Why negative?
Because they give me 5, Andrew. Nobody.
It took us a really long time.
Okay, so negative 1 or 2? Do we take a bunch of pictures on the class camera table before we reach Michael or are they clear and focused? Positive 1 or 2?
1.
Okay.
First time we've ever gotten one.
Yeah, we have. We got it yesterday. Okay. Do we act responsibly and respectfully during indoor recess for a substitute, or when Mr. Solis is out of the room? Positive or negative?
Positive. Once Mr.
Yesterday was the
Solis.
Saturday. I mean the Sunday.
Whatever.
We didn't evaluate on Sunday.
Whatever.
You talk about Friday though. So
Yeah.
from this time Friday.
Yeah.
I think that we did pretty good after Mr. Solis left the room. I mean, we didn't do good that made Mr. Solis leave the room, but I think that we did pretty good when he left the room.
I was trying to think if I left the room today, but now I remember.
Yeah.
See how quickly I forget things though? Isn't it nice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, positive or negative?
Positive.
Because when he left the room,
So,
Yeah.
so
I would
plus
say
1 or 2?
1. It's really a 1 either way.
We'll be silent and recap. Are the crowd right now participating during evaluate? Positive or negative?
Positive.
I think we're doing pretty good. So, positive 1 or 2?
1.
Okay. How many chairs weren't stacked yesterday?
This is about the participating. I think we're actually doing really well because usually there's lots of people getting up and around the room, and right now almost everyone.
Yeah, I
is
think
seated.
we're doing pretty good.
it's pretty silent.
He
I'm not
just
used
got
to the
here.
silence.
No,
Oh,
he
well,
didn't.
yeah.
He's been here for a while.
Oh, yes?
Yeah.
Oh, it's been
Okay.
very quiet.
So, how many chairs weren't stacked?
0.
I thought there was 1 or 2.
No, I stayed in and I said,
How many kids did not do their job since this time yesterday?
raise your
If you
hands.
checked all of them, that means all of them weren't back.
We don't count it that way, Andrew. If he takes care of it, it's all that matters.
Ah.
But if you took care of it, it would be nothing too.
Okay, so
Did anybody forget to do their jobs in the last 24
Oh,
hours,
yeah.
2 hours?
Yeah. Well, I got
Well, Mr. Solars told us that the projector and the normal
Announcements, yeah.
Yeah, so that's
I came in at like 9:05 and later, so.
And I really count that as all of our responsibility kind of job, even though somebody's assigned it. I really care that we all just do it.
Yeah, because I was getting my stuff ready.
We
and
should
then
all be good at
And
that.
then when I went to go do it, it was already done, though.
Okay. But we want to make sure.
Yeah,
that we
but
do
he
it
still
when
had to remind us.
Yeah.
So I would say,
Well, and I was kind of hoping that you'd impress Miss Sizer, because she was here, and I would have been like, "Look at how my kids do all the technology stuff without me. Isn't it great?" But then I had to tell everybody, so then it was like, "Well,
I would say plus 1.
So, how many chairs had to be pushed in by Mr. Solars?
I saw him do one in the video. In the video, you did push in one when you were getting through.
yeah, I'll just say the one because I don't know.
But you pushed one in the hall, too.
I don't count that ever."
How many times does Mr. Solars have to stop us in the hallway because of our behavior?
0. Yeah, 0.
Okay. Announcer, come up, please. Here, I'll erase it. I'll erase it.
Hey, what about subs?
There's still Mason in
Wait, Charlotte, we gotta evaluate the subs.
Oh, yeah.
Start with Mrs. Cernak way back in.
Whatever. He'll just copy it. Oh, I do it? Oh.
We are not getting points.
Okay, give me 5. Give me 5. Okay, give me 5. Give me 5. So, So
Can you actually start with Friday and work your way backwards?
Okay.
Because it might help us remember.
So Mrs. Littner.
Yeah,
So start with Friday.
okay, Tyler.
We did, she said this in her own words, we did excellent the whole day, but right when Regimental hit, horrible.
Yeah, she said she was giving us 15 degrees, and then after Ridge,
13 to 12.
13. She said 13.
Okay, in that range.
Kiddos, I have it written down what she said. I want to know what you think.
I
Does everybody understand? Wait, get this straight right now. I never care what the sub says about that because they'll write me a note. We do this discussion just to hear what you think. Is it hard enough? Too hard? I want to know from you. And then don't just think about Regimental, think about the whole day. Should you have deserved a 15 up till Regimental? Sometimes it's not true. So you need to decide, okay?
I think we had a pretty good.
I think we had a pretty good day. We deserved probably like a 14 up till Regimental. I think we did a really good job.
I think we had a really
But
good
then
day.
after Regimental, like
Definitely.
yeah, it was like 50 we had a really rough Regimental that day. So I think that
I don't know
probably
why.
should have lost us like 3 or 4 degrees.
Yeah, I don't know why we had such a tough regimental.
Yeah, I know.
Not
Yeah, Tyler.
I think that we should only earn 12.
And you gotta say why.
Because we weren't like perfect, but we were pretty good throughout the day. We were good doing school wide. But then when Regimental hit, like we were like really, really, really bad. And Regimental is one of the most important times of the day. So I think that should be that we should lose like 4 or 5 or 3 points for that.
And do you guys all remember that if we were to get to 10 or below, that's when we don't get any degrees? Do you remember that? So don't avoid the 10 or below. If we deserve 10 or below, you'd say that, and then we would just know we wouldn't get any that day. Right, I think so too. I'm not trying to take it away from you. Just trying to remember that.
Russell.
We weren't good when lining up to go to specials too.
Oh yeah, people were out in the hallways.
I think.
But then right
No,
after,
they were like getting their lunch boxes.
yeah, but then like the second after we reminded them, then it was not a problem again.
Jeremy.
I think the sub remembered all of that stuff, and I think that we were a 15 up until Regimental.
So 15 is perfect. So none of those things were not perfect?
Well, I think that maybe it the lining up, but I don't think it was even that bad. It was just like
But perfect means perfect.
an
So,
average.
you
So
have
maybe
to know.
like a half a degree
well,
off.
there's no such thing. So you're saying it's a 14 or it's perfect?
14.
Going into it's the only options. There's no half degrees.
I'll go with 14.
Yeah, because if we're not perfect, we shouldn't claim to be perfect. Okay, so Charlotte, either take more hands, but you want to eventually tell me the number to write down, please. You get to decide based on everybody's input. And
Okay.
I'll tell you what, I won't always tell you what the sub said, but if the sub is significantly different from yours, I would probably average the two when I do it.
Rachel.
I'd say we got like a 12 because we had a pretty good day up until Regimental, but gimme fives were really bad during Regimental, and recap is really loud, and it's supposed to be like pretty silent except for the recapper, so that was definitely like 2 degrees off just for recap, because recap is really bad.
I would say 12 also.
I say 12 to 13.
Give me 5 to 5.
I agree with Rachel because we were really loud. We were kind of loud during recap, and we had terrible.
Yeah.
So
That was
keeping in mind, we gotta do like 4 of these or whatever. Do you have enough input on this day?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so what number are you telling me?
12.
Okay, now go on to the next day and describe it. Somebody
Okay.
help Charlotte describe the next time that we're doing the sub. It may not have been a full day.
Which one was it?
It was Mrs. Littner.
Yeah, Mrs. Littner's birthday.
One fewer.
Okay, so
Something about the other day.
yeah.
So let's not do Friday anymore because we really want to.
Oh yeah.
We want to get through it. So what's the other one that we're talking about?
Mrs. Littner for half.
Half day. All right.
After lunch.
Okay.
Like 7.5 for that day.
Oh, so a morning is worth 8 and an afternoon is 7 because it's a little shorter. So was it a morning?
Yeah, it was I'm pretty sure it was a morning.
No, it was that
An afternoon. So it's a 7. So it's out of 7.
And is it like below 4? We don't get any?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, in that day, Regimental was not as terrible as Friday, but it's never been perfect for us. But it was like okay. It was a bit chatty like always, but it was okay. I'm not sure how we did completely that day because I think math students, people in our math class should rate that because they were with her mostly. So people from the math class were supposed.
Yeah. Cassidy?
During math, we were good. It wasn't her, but like we were kind of getting really confused of what she was talking about. Like when we were doing the prime factorization for things, we was getting confused and we were freaking out.
Yeah, we were
no
kind of
idea what was
freaking
going
out. Yeah, we were kind of, some people were. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we were all really confused. So we had trouble with that.
Yeah.
So anything that we should do differently, or
We should like stay calmer if we're confused.
probably right?
Yeah.
Stay calm. If you don't get something from a sub, you just let me know the next day, and I'll reteach it or whatever, right?
And the people that were that figured it out weren't really helping the people that didn't get it.
And it might be hard if Miss Littner you may not know the sub if they want the person to help.
Yeah.
So just tell me the next day, and I'll always help you. All right. So do you have a number for this one, or do you need more info?
I needed more info.
So, like, I'm just saying, for lining up that day, we weren't very good. Like in the classroom, and races were just average. And when we were lining up, we had to tell her that our goal was, like, stay inside of the classroom.
Recess we didn't have recess in the afternoon.
The way you're saying it is nice. Just that was for Friday. We're talking about a different day, so that one doesn't apply.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was getting confused with Friday.
Okay. Eddie?
I think we deserve a 5.
Yeah.
Because of math, we just didn't really stay good.
Yeah, so I'd say 5.
Okay. So what's the next one?
Who is the Is it Mrs. Cernak?
Cernak.
Yeah, Cernak.
Oh, yeah.
Cernak.
Pretty sure.
Once again, I think we were okay. Especially with her doing school-wide different, but then again, we didn't go well.
So yeah, it was probably the same.
Shreya?
I have to admit, I don't think she really liked us doing Give Me 5, the ways that we would always like say it over and over until people listen. Yeah,
We
I
take
don't
it so
think she
many
liked
times
that.
we all get annoyed.
Yeah.
I know we have to at the moment, but we're hoping to get that to be immediate soon, right?
Everyone was listening, and then the person decided to do one more, and I could tell the kids were getting annoyed with that.
Let's practice right now. Give me 5, give me 5. And then we don't have to do it again, right?
Yeah.
If we do it fast, we'll get the announcement out quick.
Yeah, and I know.
Yeah. Shreya?
And so, anyway, when we do one Give Me 5, and everyone listens, and another person doesn't have to say, give that person 5, even though already everyone's listening.
Shreya?
But I don't-
Or, not Shreya.
I
Juliana?
don't think Miss Cernak really liked us doing Give Me 5.
Yeah, that's what he just said.
Well, why don't you just ask her next time? Because she can turn it off at any point. You can tell her. Feel free to
know,
turn it off.
next time we should tell her that, because she just seemed too thrilled about us kind of.
She generally really likes our class, so I'd be a little surprised if she doesn't like Give Me 5, but ask her and give her the
Yeah.
choice.
But I think like since our class, I think we were a bit chatty that day, so a lot of people were doing Give Me 5, and then like if you were here, you'd say, oh, that's normal because we were chatty and we were doing part. But I think since it got kind of a bit chatty at the end of the day, I think she would have liked to take over that. So I think that's what happened.
Yeah. Jeremy?
I think that it was kind of like Mr. Burger. Like, he doesn't like it either. He actually, turned them off. But,
No, he doesn't, but nobody else does. I think it's something like that.
yeah, but, they just, sometimes when they say it, the reason we're loud is because they're just, they don't say it very loud. When Mr. Sawyer says he does it really loud, and they're just Mr. Burger would be give me 5, and then nobody would hear. And it wouldn't be give me 5, like Mr. Sawyer's is. So it's hard to hear because we're, used to the.
So we're down to 1 minute. Do you know how many degrees we deserve for our Mrs. Cernak Day?
13.
Yeah, 13.
13.
Is that right?
I think, yeah,
I'd say
13. I think
12.
we did better with Mrs. Littner.
11 or 10? I say 12.
All right, announcer. I mean, we only have a minute. Is there? How about you just tell me really quickly if there's any announcements, because otherwise we would have to skip them. Is there anything really important? You can call on them, Andrew. There's people with their hands up.
Audrey.
The snacks are due on Tuesday. You have to bring the snacks on Tuesday.
Is that right?
Why not come today?
It's this Tuesday at the center.
Also, if you go to the high school, remember,
We're done.
you have
Thank
to
you.
go and to like 90 homework clubs to get your Philly City. Just putting it out there.
That Camp Duncan field trip.
Yeah.
When's it coming? I just went there on Saturday.
Me too.
November 9th.
All right. So do the spiel.
Yeah, there hasn't been a permission stuff yet. I'm sorry.
Do your job, do your mouth, stop your chairs, reset the room, and line up.
I have that memorized.
Thank you. I mean, you're welcome to if you want. I'm going to do it eventually otherwise.